Well, there are some conflicting bits of information coming out of there about the details, but the overall thrust of what's going on there is pretty clear. For several days now, the army has been massing its forces and its very heavy guns, tanks, and other artillery on the edges of Aleppo. In the center and in some of the suburbs, the rebels have in fact taken over these areas. This is the largest city in Syria, and it is quite a significant prize, I guess, in all of this. The rebels did take Damascus for a little while, but they were driven out a few days ago. So now they are trying to hold on to Aleppo. This morning, it looks like the army has moved in. It has been using helicopters and planes for the past several days to sort of soften up, I guess, in the words of the military, some of the areas. This morning we have reports that they have moved in with tanks into some of the central areas and the southwestern suburbs. These are areas where the rebels are the strongest. Now, it may not be, even with that firepower, it may not be that easy to flush them out. The rebels are in the small side streets, and they're fighting from there. And unless the military is willing to flatten these areas, it's going to be very difficult to flush them out. However, that fight has started, and we are hearing that there are still carloads of Aleppo residents, civilians, trying to get out of the area.
So that's the latest in Aleppo, but we should point out to our audience, Sasha, that we're also hearing that fighting has once again spread into Lebanon. What can you tell us about that?
Well, late last night, and this morning, there were firefights in the city of Tripoli, which is in northern Lebanon. It's in the area that is very, very close to the Syrian border. This is an area where some of the same conflicts that I guess have gotten more heated during this fighting in Syria. Some of these conflicts between the Sunni Muslims, who make up the majority in Syria, and the Alawites, who are the minority sect that actually Syrian President Bashar al-Assad belongs to. Those same groups are also present in Lebanon and in Tripoli in particular. And so whenever the fighting gets very, very tense and very heated in Syria, that also spills over into Lebanon. There are certain districts in Lebanon last night where there were firefights. The Lebanese army had to intervene. Some 8 to 12 people were injured. We're not sure whether that is continuing today or not. I mean, we know it started this morning. We're not sure if it's continuing this afternoon, but the situation is extremely tense.
Okay, Sasha, thank you for this. That is our own Sasha Petricic reporting from Lebanon.